think to be gifted is to be really good at math or science or just something. But really, you just have to think differently, and I'm not.
As you continue to review student data and better understand the needs of your students, we'd like to provide you with a brief review of the attributes of gifted students and the gifted referral process.
One thing I want teachers to know about LEAP students is if they call on us for a question, we might not always get the answer right even though we're in LEAP.
Let's quickly examine the difference between high achievers and mentally gifted students. The number one question asked by parents of advanced children is whether their child is gifted or just bright. They may also question whether their child is gifted if he or she is not excelling in school. What is a gifted child? How can a gifted child be recognized? These questions aren't always easy to answer. However, we can get a better understanding while looking at the characteristics of two different types of learners, our high achievers and our gifted learners. A high achiever often knows the answers, while the gifted learner asks the questions about abstract ideas, concepts, and theories. With levels of interest, students who are high achievers ask questions and show curiosity. On the other hand, gifted learners show intense curiosity and often immerse themselves in their areas of interest. As you can see from these charts, there are various differences between our high achievers and gifted learners. These charts are available on your portal, as well as a PAGES brochure. PAGES is the Pennsylvania Association for Gifted Education. These documents lay out some helpful and useful information for you to refer to in differentiation and also in working with gifted learners. Within these resources, you'll also find potential problems and problems associated with characteristic strengths in gifted children.
Being gifted, it's sometimes hard because my friends feel they feel that I know everything, and people just know that in general, and it's hard because I don't know everything, and I feel like I'm letting people down because I don't know everything, and they think that I do, and then they look to me for answers, and I don't know them. It makes me feel bad.
As with all students, there are sometimes obstacles for academic success that we see in gifted students. One would be underachievement, lack of effort, and poor attitude, or only completing what they need to do to get by. There's also the students that are twice exceptional. These students can be identified with both gifted support and special education. However, procedures in Chapter 14 take precedence over Chapter 16. If this occurs, the gifted goals and objectives are embedded into the IEP. Now for a quick overview of the referral process. If a student displays attributes that need further assessment for gifted support, or if a parent even mentions a desire to have a child tested for gifted, it's necessary for you to fill out your school's academic support form and submit it to your learning facilitator. Once parental permission to evaluate is received, the learning facilitator or school psychologist can proceed with a pre-screener or, depending on the circumstance, just move into an IQ test to assess the student's needs. The IQ test, in conjunction with parental inventory, your teacher input, academic achievement, standardized test scores, and some intervening factors, are then used to help decide if the child is eligible for gifted support. For students that qualify for gifted services, a GWR, or Gifted Written Report, is devised by the school psychologist. This report outlines the individual needs of the student and helps the gifted support teacher to create a GIEP, or Gifted Individualized Education Plan. A GIEP meeting is held at this point that involves the parents, the student if the parents are interested in having them there, the gifted teacher, current classroom teachers, and the principal or LEA. At this point, we're looking at the GIEP, outlining the goals and objectives, and working together to make sure that we're meeting the students' individual needs. This is where a partnership is needed, and your input is vital. We want to make sure that what we are proposing works for you as a teacher and the student as a learner.
I just want to say that gifted isn't really being so smart in anything. It doesn't mean you're more important, and I really like coming to LEAP, but I have a harder time being organized in LEAP and a lot of stuff like that, and I need to work on creating, timelines for myself. And being gifted isn't just means that you know how to do everything. I need to learn to do things the right way. And
let's remember that not all high-achieving students are gifted, and not all gifted students are high-achieving. Gifted is 24/7. It's a thought process, it's a way of thinking, it's that out-of-the-box thing.